Hello and welcome to Maverrik Live. I'm your host Luke 2 and today I'm joined by Amy Spooner.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you doing today? You good?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm okay. I've just come back from my vaccine, the first one. So I can't tell if I'm feeling any side effects or if I'm just enjoying the sun a bit too much.
I feel like if you were going to get a side effect, it probably wouldn't happen straight away. So you might wake up tomorrow morning and have like an extra arm or something.
If I'm going to like walk past a bus and I start just magnetising myself to it and I drive off, then
yeah,
maybe.
Exactly that.
But we're not going to get into any of that stuff today because that's a huge landmine we don't want to go into.
Absolutely.
Today we're talking all about you, Amy, because we're introducing yourself to everyone who watches Maverrik Live. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and how you joined Maverrik?
Yep, of course. So, I'm Amy Spooner. I joined in September 2020, at the end of September. I just finished uni. I was doing journalism and communications. Ooh. And I was like, I'm never going to find a job. What am I going to do? We're in a pandemic. But I just persevered and applied for loads of jobs. And I just happened to come across Maverrik. And they interviewed me and ended up with me. So lucky them.
Senior copywriter.
I know, exactly. Yeah, it's gone really fast. So, I mean, I've only been here for 9 months now.
How was the intake process? Because obviously it was during that time, obviously when things had shut down. So it must have been hard to adjust to a working life when you're still kind of at home. Yeah,
it was weird, but I was lucky because I was in the bit of like when we just come out of the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I managed to come in for an in-person interview, so I didn't have to do Zoom or anything like that, which was good because I didn't really want to do that. I don't feel like you can sort of get to know someone's personality through Zoom that well. So maybe because I came in person.
We've just got a new editor, Joe, when we was interviewing for the role. It was kind of a little bit of, we want to know the person, but you could also tell a lot about them by their setup, their webcam setup, their sound setup. I mean, you don't want to do it. He was looking at the house in the background as well. You know, I think I heard a dog at one point in time. Now it's like I'm sold. Yeah,
if you've got a dog, then that's it. You're in.
But it is hard to get the subtle nuances of a person. You don't want to be all flowery with it in an in-person interview because you understand, when they arrive, their body language, posture. Because with a camera and just like a webcam, it can be a little bit
I feel like in a way impersonal. It's more nerve-wracking as well. Like if you're on Zoom, because you've got to think about the added stuff of like, is your internet connection going to work? Is your mum going to walk in with a cup of tea? Whereas if you just come down by yourself in person, like it's all on you sort of thing. I mean, the only thing that could go wrong is like your car broke down or something.
Yeah, there's a lot less outside interference when it comes to...
yeah, exactly.
But we, when it comes to all of our sales meetings, it's all done on Zoom because obviously we're talking to people all over the world at different points in time. So a lot of the stress of it essentially would be making sure our connection is correct, all our equipment is fine. Yeah. You were when you joined Maverrik, we gave you all the equipment to take back. Did you go through did it open up and then close again? Is that what happened? I can't remember again.
So I was here for a month.
Yeah.
Went into lockdown for another month, and then it just carried on from there because I think we went into another lockdown, didn't we? I'm like lost count now.
Yeah, it was the second one.
And then that went on till like, how long was it? Like March or something?
Yeah, it's kind of it did the step downs. Yeah. So from there it was kind of we're now getting back into our own in the office life. Obviously with all the precautions in place. So we've steadily got back, and that process. But I'd say your writing teams have done really well of just adapting to that, which is really well.
Definitely, I feel like we adapted really well to it, and I think it's all about communication, isn't it? If you like still communicate with your team, and luckily like we're all close, so we still messaged all the time.
And keeping the morale up, because when you're writing and you're writing content, you need to make sure it's not all that doom and gloom sort of style, because you want to make sure that you're providing value information in the content, but also you don't want to just keep talking about it, because you're thinking to yourself, okay, everyone knows the situation right now, but why do we need to bash on about it? We need to like try and look past it and try and think of the good, the good from it, in a sense.
Yeah, you've got to keep it fun. Well, as fun as you can, I suppose, being in lockdown. But yeah, I think we handled it well. And I think in a way, like, I know it's a bit cringy, but it makes you a stronger team, really, doesn't it? If you can adapt to a situation like that and still work really well.
Yeah, when you work under that pressure, like, you know that you're not going to be talking to each other in person, but you know that someone's going to be there if you ever need to phone them or talk to them or hang out. Like you're like quite close knit to say like, okay, we'll deliver on our promises that we've given our clients. Come being at the house or being back in the office, all that transition period together, it was all come together, which is really good.
But now we're back.
Now we're back.
Back and we're bad.
What's the thing you most missed about the office?
Well, obviously like being with the team, because that's really good fun. But I guess having like a structure when you're like working from home, it's different, isn't it? Obviously you have like a set time, but you can do things in your own sort of time frame, because you're not like, you know, this is like a set time, you get here at a set time, you leave at a set time. So it's nice to have structure, I feel like. As your house psychology changes, when you go back into the house, does it feel more homely rather than sort of a work environment? Yeah, you can't really get away from work, can you, working from home? I feel like even if your computer's in a different room, like you still, you have your notifications on your phone, that kind of thing. You have to like actively turn them off. Whereas when you leave work here, like you leave work. And if you had a home office, it's like scary door, like that's the work door. And whenever you walk past it, it's still the work door. Yeah. And you have to like open. But if it's not there at all, you know, it's a little bit nicer. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not advocating for, you know, not working from home at all, because there's a lot of people who are still remote working right now. So it can be tough for people who don't have offices to come in, because I've been talking to a few people on LinkedIn who have said to themselves, I'm still working from like remotely, but I'm really missing that sort of office environment. So we've been getting like WeWorks and working spaces and hiring those out, which is interesting. People are, because I thought during the whole working from home environment, people would really want to just keep like it for a long time, but there was a vast majority who didn't. Myself, I'm the same as you. When I came into the office and I was enjoying the structure again, and my sleeping improved. Like being at home was nice, so I felt more relaxed. So it's weird, the psychology of, you know, not working from home anymore. It's just kind of changed the way you feel about the office and the way you feel about coming into work. I think it's definitely changed. Like I would think people would be keen to sort of stay at home and stay in their dressing gowns and work from home, but from the impression I get, like people are keen to go back to the office and be in that office environment. I suppose if you've got a good team that you like to be surrounded with, then why would you want to be at home, like potentially by yourself as well? Yeah, I mean, you've got your pets, which God bless them, are going to be going through a lot of trouble right now. Oh yeah. I feel like pets are going to be so confused when everyone goes back to work. You've recently moved house, haven't you? You've got any pets? Yeah, I haven't got a pet. I've got a family dog. Yeah. Because I was at home with my family like through the lockdown, because I didn't want to be by myself, which I think a lot of people are in the same sort of like position. So he was with me quite a lot, and he just wanted to go for walks all the time, and I was like, I can't take you, like I've got to work. Maybe once a day. Leave me alone. Are you going to plan on getting a pet in your new place? Is you have room for it? I can't. I would love to, definitely in the future, but I don't have a garden. Okay. So that would not be fair to get a dog. That's the only. I've got a small runway for my dog Elsie. We're close to a park, so that's why we run. Yeah, through. I am close to a park, but also it wouldn't really work with my work structure at the moment. Like obviously we've got Mavi in the office, but you couldn't, you know, guarantee that another dog coming in would like get on or whatever. So not for now, but in the future, definitely hoping to get bigger. Having the office coming back has been good for obviously knowing. When people are around, you can talk to them. It makes the work a lot more fluid, because instead of having to email and wait, you can just talk to them and just get through. And also you've got that social interaction side of things, which I feel when things have opened up a little bit now, they've get that social, like the drain from like having a social interaction with people. Have you found that, or have you just gone straight into it and just? I mean, I was a bit of like an introvert anyway before all of this. Yeah. So for me, I loved like not having to socialise as much. And that sounds really bad. Like I love hanging out with my friends and everything, but at the same time, I'm one of those people that loves being at home and like doing my own thing and just not having to socialise all the time. Yeah, people recharge differently. Yeah, so I feel like for me, if I had to go and do a day of socialising now, I'd need like a week off after it. Yeah, I'd be tired. Sit down and just I'd need a nap. Yeah, so I can totally see why people would feel like that, but a lot of people at the same time have been so excited to like get back out there, which is fair enough as well. Amazing. But we're all different, aren't we? So. So also, as we come back, obviously Maverrik has, I wouldn't say
we're growing because I said we've got more people coming in. We're actually hiring for another graphic designer right now. You've got a new member of the team, Sky, as well, so that's growing. How do you feel being, because you was quite new starting out, how does it feel being now like sort of a mentorish role now to the people coming in?
It's really exciting. Like, it's nice to have sort of like a bit more responsibility, and obviously it's just nice to have growth in a role. Like, I feel like in a lot of like jobs you get stuck, don't you, in a certain position, whereas like being a Maverrik already, like I've seen a lot of growth in my role and like what I'm doing and my work. So yeah.
You don't want to stagnate at all. You want to make sure that it's not just like I'm coming in and doing my job, but I don't see like anything on the horizon.
But I don't see myself like as a mentor or anything. But like if I can give any advice, then that's great.
Yeah, I was just a word I sort of put into it. It'd be more like when you know something, you pass it on, don't you? Which is the whole essence of learning something. Yeah. Like how you know you've learned it well is being able to then pass it to another person, and then
I can just tell you what not to do.
Learn from your mistakes.
Don't make my mistake.
Well, thanks for coming down, Amy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thanks everyone for watching Maverrik Live. We'll be back on Friday for our next show. Don't forget to subscribe to us and click on the notification bell so you'll be aware when we go live next. And then follow us on our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram. Do it all at once. It won't take you 5 seconds, trust me. And we'll be back to you on Friday. Thanks again, Amy.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching Maverrik Live.